We're going to look at all the things that we need to do to change those conditions and at the same time hold everyone accountable.
State leaders demanding accountability ahead of an audit into OPSO. This as 6 inmates still remain on the loose. State police spearheading this case, already leading to an arrest of a maintenance worker accused of assisting in the escape.
As you mentioned, a federal audit into OPSO set to begin imminently, with the Department of Corrections sending some of its top investigators. We have team coverage on this active manhunt and reaction from today's special council meeting. First, WDSU's Shay O'Connor with the details on the latest arrest. Shay.
Gina, is Sella, Sterling Williams, age 33, a maintenance worker at the jail, actually just went before a judge here at court earlier today. His bond set at $1.1 million for his alleged involvement in helping those inmates to get out. Today, former Sheriff Marlon Gusman sharing his reaction.
You had to press the button.
Former Sheriff Marlon Gusman says the arrest of Sterling Williams, a maintenance worker at OJC for about 5 years, symbolizes a potential breakdown.
If he's worried about getting shanked or stabbed, he should have went immediately to his supervisor and then to hire if he needed to.
That's after court documents reveal Williams admitted he shut off a water valve on the exterior of cell 6, helping 10 inmates to escape. Williams claims one of those inmates, Antoine Massey, threatened to shank him if he did not comply.
Typically what they'll do is they'll start with something small. So look, can you bring this note to my mother, or my sister? Didn't you go to school with my sister?
Court documents say Williams was seen on surveillance out in the open with at least 2 of the escapees. Williams says one of the escapees, Derek Groves, tried to take his phone and attempted to get Williams to bring a book with Cash App information to his cousin in the next pot over.
Just turning the water off is one part, but not doing roll call, not having someone on the unit, not doing regular checks. Those are other things that are really troubling.
Gusman says when he was in office, there were policies and trainings for workers in trying to keep them from not being manipulated by inmates.
But every worker gets a training and an orientation, a week and a half sometimes, to let them know that there are techniques that the inmates use to try to compromise their integrity.
And those trainings that Gusman just mentioned are reportedly still in place at the jail. Now, there's an ongoing investigation into Williams's full involvement when it comes to that escape. Also, we're told that more arrests when it comes to workers at the facility could be pending. This is those 6 inmates remain on the run. If you do know anything at all that could lead to an arrest, you're urged to contact law enforcement. Back to you.